Okay, good evening. Uh, let's wait for 2 more minutes. Let us join. Then we will start. Sorry. So today I will go through the week 2 content and the questions of previous year's assignments, which were week 2 related to SQL. So we will do some questions based on SQL and also discuss.
Sir, your voice is not audible clearly.
Hello. Am I audible now? Hello.
Yes, sir, but there is some jerk.
Okay. Hello. Am I audible now?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So in week 2, basically the focus was on SQL and how we will perform the operations in SQL, how we will create tables, how we will create views, alter tables, and also how we will create some roles. So in this session, I will basically go through some basic commands first and the previous year questions and also some questions based upon the theory which is taught, and I will cover a little theory that is also covered in the lecture, but in the perspective of the questions what we are solving. So 42. Okay, so let's get started. And first thing is what is SQL? So you all know it is a structured query language, and it is used as commercial DML, and also it is used for accessing and manipulating databases. As people are joining till I provide some basic intro of this, then we will go through some questions. So using SQL, we basically want to perform CRUD operations, means creating, reading, updating, and delete the documents or databases, you can say. So we execute queries against a database. We actually want to retrieve some data from database, or we want to insert, update, or delete records. And also we can create new databases, new tables and views, and also we can set permission or authorization accesses based upon the users. Okay, so these are some basic SQL commands what we are going to use. First is select, that is uh, related to this operation. It will select the tuples. Then there is update operation, there is delete, there is insert into. So there are two form of insert into, I will tell. And then there is create database, alter database, create table to create a new table. Then there is alter table to modify a table. Drop table is used for deleting all the records and delete the table. And create an index or search key. Then there is drop index. So these are some basic commands we will use. In relational algebra, we have already went through that how we write the queries in a particular form. Now we will write related query against it. So this question is given in uh, the week's content, week 2 content. So there are three questions. I will go through only two. First is we have to find the supervisor. Then we have to find all the supervisors, direct and indirect, of Bob. So there is a relation given, employee supervisor. We have four tuples in this instance. There is Bob is supervised by Alice, then Mary is supervised by Susan, then Alice is supervised by David, then David is supervised by Mary. So for this, what we can do, for first question, find the supervisor of Bob. So in basic query structure, what we write, first we write select, then we write from, then we write the predicate or where statement. Okay, so select is for performing selection operation, then from is for selecting the relation, or if you want to perform any kind of operation like Cartesian product, then there is where statement which tells about the predicate or the condition based upon which we want to retrieve the database or data from this database. Okay, so in first question, what it is telling, find the supervisor of Bob. So it is very simple to say. You can write if you are able to solve the questions. Chat is open for all. You can write the answers on chat. Okay. If it will be wrong, no problem. I will clarify. So first thing
Sir,
is
uh, can I ask, sir?
yes, 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 sure.
Sir, this question, is this question based on second week
Yes, yes,
or
yes,
third week?
yes, yes. Second week. We are basically covering second week this week. It is the problem session for week two. Okay. So there are 8 weeks based upon which week by week I will cover the content. So coming to the question, what we want the supervisor of Bob. So we can directly write select, then supervisor from the relation name, that is msuper, where person is equal to Bob. Okay. So first is very simple. You can write it like this. In next question, what it is asking? It is asking actually to find all the supervisors direct and indirect of Bob. Means it is telling the real supervisor of Bob. Then there is someone who is supervising the supervisor of Bob. That will be the indirect supervisor. So we want to retrieve that also in this way. Like you can say Bob is supervised by Alice. Now in this is direct supervisor case. Then Alice is also supervised by David. Okay. So indirectly Bob is also supervised by David. Then David is supervised by Mary. Okay, so we want to retrieve this kind of relation. Okay, so whenever we want to retrieve this kind of relation, we have to perform Cartesian product, which will tell us the correlation between these two. uh, Means we will take two tables that is similar one. We will perform like a self sign. Okay, so first we will perform Cartesian product between this table to this table only. So let's perform. So we have table as person, supervisor, Bob, Mary. Alice and David, Alice, Susan, David and Mary. So we will perform a cross between these two. If we will perform the Cartesian product between it, what we will get? We will get total of 16 tuples, and we can write it like s dot m super, then this is t dot m super. Name is given randomly. So s dot person, s dot supervisor, t dot person, t dot supervisor. So for B A there will be 4 entries. So for this uh, first we will just write Similarly, for MS, we will write 3, then AD, then DM. So, what we want uh, the case where how can we get this kind of relation? Just see, we have to get this B to A, then A to, in next case, we have to go A to D, then we have to go to D to M. Okay. So where this kind of relation we can maintain, we can do it like if there is s dot supervisor is equal to t dot person, you can see, then only we can get the supervisor of A, okay, A is supervisor of B, and D is supervisor of A. In this way, similarly, there will be entry for AD, so we will get D. Once again, recall. Okay, we have to create this kind of relation, like we have to go from Bob to Alice, then from Alice to David, then from David to Mary. Okay, in this way we can this is the only way we can go for this direct and indirect relationship at once. Okay, so how we will do, if we see uh, in s dot supervisor and t dot person. Okay, so if s dot supervisor is equal to t dot person, then only we can get t dot supervisor. Okay, in this kind of case. Okay, so we will get AA, then from there we will get D, then we will match DD with this, and we will get M. Okay, so from AD, when we will perform Cartesian product, there will be a tuple which will provide AD into DM. Okay, from this we went to D. Then in Cartesian product, what we will see, there will be some relation, some tuple, where it will be given as DM, then MS. Okay, from this we will get this M to S. Okay, Mary to Susan. Okay. So what condition we can write? We can write like select T dot supervisor from T dot. Sorry, we have
Sir,
first.
can you recall the statement how to give two separate entities like T and S?
Okay, whenever we want to perform a Cartesian product between a table with itself, so it is better for us to provide. We can rename this when we can rename this same table in different names. Okay, so for that only, I have renamed it as s dot employee and it is t dot employee. Okay, so first we will write it as m super as s comma. Okay, I request everyone to please join on time. Every time you will provide me request, I have to actually accept. I have to admit you. So that actually is not good. So if you will join at time, I will just accept all the requests and we can proceed in better. So from employee super as T, capital T, okay, where condition we have provided is s dot supervisor should be equal to t dot person. S dot supervisor equal to t dot person. Okay. From rename clause or as command, we can skip this as also. Okay. We can write like employee super s, comma employee super t. Okay. That is also right. Okay. So we have to select this t dot supervisor from the Cartesian product of s dot employee super and t dot employee super, where this s dot supervisor will be equal to t dot person. How it will work? It will first take Bob. We will go Bob to Alice. Then we will search for where s dot supervisor is Alice and t dot person is Alice. So from there we will get Alice as a person. We will go to its supervisor. What will be his supervisor? We will get D. So this will be common like this. Okay, we went B to A here and A to A, then A to D. Then we are at D. Now what we want? If D is a person, then who will be its supervisor? So we will search for D. So we have A to D. We will search for D as a person to get the supervisor of D. Okay. From here we will get M, or you can say Mary. In this way, we will get the direct and indirect supervisors of Bob. Okay. So, any questions? Should I proceed? Okay.
You can explain the query again, sir. I didn't get it. I mean, it was just tracking.
Okay. what we want is we want all the supervisors of Bob. So for that, uh, we should know who is the direct supervisor and we should who is the indirect supervisor. Indirect means the supervisor of supervisor that is also indirectly supervising Bob. Okay, so if Bob is some person, then we want first the direct supervisor of Bob, that is Alice. Okay, so we will go to Alice. Now we are on Alice. We want the supervisor of Alice also because that will be the indirect supervisor of Bob. So we will go to the database. We want Alice as a person and the supervisor of Alice. Okay, so for that what we can do, we first from person we go to his supervisor. So Bob is the person, we will go to its supervisor Alice. Now we are at supervisor, we want the supervisor of this supervisor. So for this first we want the supervisor as person. Okay, so for that what we do, we go from this, we will perform Cartesian product and we will get the tuple where we have A as supervisor also, then A as a person also. Okay, s dot and t dot employ, we rename it whenever we perform Cartesian product of a relation with itself. Okay, how do we find all supervisors of David? I'm coming to. Okay, then what we will do, we are on Alice. Now Alice is as a person also. We went to from Alice to its supervisor, that is David. Okay, so A to D. Okay, similarly we are now on D or David. Now David is a supervisor. For to go to the supervisor, now David is a supervisor. So if we want to go to the supervisor of David, we want David as a person also. So for that we went to this tuple in our Cartesian product. Here David is supervisor of A, but David is a person for S. M means Mary. Okay, so we went to Mary from there. So the condition what we want is that S dot supervisor should be T dot person. Okay, we have to select T dot supervisor from this S dot M super and T dot M super, where S dot supervisor is equal to T dot person. Okay, any comments on this? How do we find all supervisors of David? Okay, oh, there should be one condition also, no? And S dot person should be equal to Bob. Now, okay, just comment on it. Will it be right or it should be excluded? I think without it we can also get the same, so it can be neglected, no problem. For David, we want, okay, we will go from David to Mary, Mary to Susan. That's it. So I think it will be the same, but you will just add this s dot p should be equal to David. You will get. So if anyone has a different view on this, you can share on chat. Okay. This is totally open for discussion forum. So if I am wrong at some point, you can verify me, can correct me. So next, we will go through some previous year questions. For that, I am providing some details what we will use. These are also provided in the week's content, week 2's content. So first is we will use like operator. So like there is there are two things. First is percent sign, which represents 0, 1 or multiple characters. So where we will see the percent sign for string, uh, it is like a universal. Then there is underscore sign, which represents only single character. Okay, so it is used in where clause, and we want a specified pattern in a column. So we will see in examples how we will deal with it. Next, we will use insert into a statement. So insert into a statement is, I told, we use it in two ways. First is we provide the column names and the values we want to map with each of the column. Then there is, if we want to insert all the values for all the columns, we can go with only table name and provide values for all the columns. Okay. Then there is group by statement. So if there are some rows in a table, in summary, if we get any value in a column which is same, we want to group by it, we will just treat it as one whenever we write it as group by. Okay, for this kind of aggregate functions and all. Okay, I will solve some questions. You will see. Then there is order by statement. It basically sorts the result set in ascending or descending order. So let's solve some questions from previous year assignments. First is we are given how many clauses where order by we use in SQL. I'm not sure, but I think there are multiple clauses. I will not commit. But I think there is no definite number. Okay, I will not commit, but I don't think there is a definite number of clauses because as many different advanced versions of SQL are coming into action, they are increasing some kind of functionalities. If anyone has proper answer for it, you can comment on chat. Okay. So for this question, what we want, we we are given this instance for this relation paper. There is ID, type, area, and citations. Okay, we have to provide a correct query which displays this output. Okay, so we have to do something with ID. We have to retrieve ID and perform some operation on ID which can generate this kind of output. Okay, so there are two kind of options given here. First is ID by 2, then there is ID minus 73. So if we perform ID by 2 in this case, what we will get? We will get 27 point something, which we will round off. We will come at 72. Then there will be 73. It will be 723. Okay. So 493, then 33. So it is properly matching with some of these entries. Okay. So, and if you perform ID minus 73, so this will be 72, this will be 73, but this will not be anywhere around 723, that will be a huge value, something around 1000 plus. So that is not in our answer, so we can clearly discard these two. Now we have to go through these two options. Okay. In these two options, what we are seeing, first want the area like percent space then percent. Okay. In second, there is where area like percent. Okay. So what first statement is telling? It is telling there will be some string or some pattern, then there will be space, then there will be some other pattern. Okay. What second is telling? It is telling a single string in a go. Okay. So single string should not be the single string. Okay. Yeah. So if we see in this relation, there are two kind of things in area. Okay. So there is machine learning, blockchain. These four have a space between the patterns. Okay. So machine, then space, then learning. Same for blockchain. But networking is following this percent only. Okay. So if we select B, we will go with this only. But if we will select A, we will have these four options. Okay. And we have to select ID by 2. So ID by 2 will give 72, 73, then for this 723, then for this 33. That is the correct answer. So A will be the correct answer here. Okay. If you count here, what will be the output? If we count here, what means what with the same where condition? If we count, okay. If we will count, there will be 4, I think. We count the number of these tuples, no? Or what thing we want to count? We use count all. If we use count all option, deadline for exam fee payment. Please don't ask this kind of question. This is not related to this exam. Anyone who has answer for this exam question, you can provide. So and everyone please join on time. Okay. So you want okay. Coming to the question what you are asking. If you use count, so count actually just takes the number of tuples we are extracting now. So that will be 4 only. Okay. Number of rows matches with exact conditions that we retrieve with this count. So next is following instance relation. Okay, come to this question, solve it. Maintenance, there are 4 attributes. Okay, coming to this question, what it is telling, consider the instance and we have to perform group by. Okay, so we have to perform group by, then we have to take the average of charge. So number of tuples we have to return, we have to just perform group by, we will get the answer. Okay, how we will get? You can see group by days. So how many kind of days are here? Number of days 7 7 7. These are 3 which will be in one group, then 1 will be in one group, then 10 will be one group. So total 1 2 3. Answer will be 3. That will be C. Okay, yeah, right. Next is fourth question. It is telling consider the following instance of the relation maintenance. Same question here. Then same relation. Sorry, we have to come with this output. Okay. Okay, we will go one by one. What it is telling? Select work and team. So we have to select work and team. Okay. This is common in this from maintenance where charge is greater than 5,000. Till this we are same. Now we have to just see the order by statement. Okay, there are 4 kind of orders. We have to see which order is proper for the output. I think someone has opened his mic. Please mute yourself. Okay, so from here, which tuples we will retrieve? Just let me know. We have work, we have team. So charge should be greater than 50,000. So this 1 2 3. Okay, so there is these two and the last one. Now first is telling days in descending order, then team. So first days in descending order, then team. We will first see the days. So it is telling there should be wall repair should be first, then there will be something exterior and interior. Okay, these two have same number of days. Now which number of days are 7 7, oh sorry, 10 7 7. What next we have to do? We have to go through team. So team by default we take ascending order. Okay, so teams are, it has 8, it has 5, it has 8. Okay, so we will go by ascending order now, but we will go only for these two where we have tie. So what we will get in ascending order, it is 5 and 8. So E, then there will be I. No, that will not be C, is the correct answer. Just see, first we will order it by days in descending order. From there we got this W at the first position. Now we have tie in these two positions. For this we will see the team. Okay, so 5 and 8 ascending order, it is correct. So what we will get? W, E and I, 8 5 8. So A is the right answer.
Sir, can you explain once again, sir?
Okay, so first we should come to this part of query. Okay, from this we will retrieve these three relations or these three tuples. Okay, so there is work, days, charge, then team. Okay, we have external I, then wall 7 7 10, charge 10k 10k, sorry, 1 lakh, I think 1 lakh, and it is 80k. Then it is 5 8 8. Okay, so first in A option what it is telling, days in descending order. First we will go through this only. Days in descending order. What it will provide? Days in descending order will provide us W will be at first position. Okay, so W is at first position. Then E and I both have same number of days. Okay, for this we will go through the next order, that is team, and it is not listed as descending, so we will take it as ascending order. So in ascending order, what we will see, we have only E with 5 and I with 8. In ascending order, 5 will come first, then 8 will come next. So E, then I. What we will get? W, E, I. So days in descending order, then team, that is producing the same result what we want. Okay, so answer is A. Okay, now next is based upon the use of foreign keys, or you can say referential constraint when we use the foreign keys. Okay, so it is telling, consider the following schema. Primary keys are underlined. So first is employees, then AC, then account user. So you can see, okay, account user uses a difference between this employees and bank account. So this relation will always take both of the primary keys of these relations as its primary key. Okay, okay, so first we should see if there is a differential relation between two of the relations. So the relation table account user, which is referring to these two, will have a primary key with the primary key which is composed with these two primary keys which it is referencing. Okay, so E name and AC number combinedly will create the primary key of the account user. Okay, due to property of this foreign key. Now we will go through one by one. It is a single option correct question. So first is create table account user, name, account number, that is there. Primary key is what it is given. So primary key is composed of these two attributes, that is similar, and it is telling we have two foreign keys, name and AC number. So name should reference something. Name is referencing employees, that is correct. Account name is also a foreign key, so account number should also reference some relation, and we can see that relation is bank account, so it is referring bank account. So A is correct. Now coming to the next one, what it is telling, create table account user, then there is declaration, then there are constraints. In constraints, the primary key is written as ename. So here we have to take both as the primary key. So from this statement, this integrity constraint, it will be wrong. In C, it is creating both the primary keys at once. This kind of declaration is actually not taken in case of is invalid in case of SQL. So two primary keys should not be there. Then in last option you can see foreign key, but it is not referencing anyone. So it should reference some relation, it should reference some relation. So it is also wrong. So answer is A. Next, identify the SQL commands to create new record for the faculty table as given below. Okay, so we are given a faculty relation as a table where this faculty name is the primary key, and we have to insert uh, okay, insert some values in this relation, and it is multiple option correct question. So just go through all the options what it is telling. Okay, so okay, insert into faculty values, then Caroline, English, MA. So it is right, there is no problem in command. I told whenever we want to append all the values in a table, then we can write the table name only. That is also correct. Then in second option it is value, so that is wrong, typographical. Same kind of error in this. In last you can see faculty name, department, then degree, then values, Caroline to faculty, English to department, MA, that is forming the same kind of matching. So A and D will be correct. Yeah, A and D will be correct. So stick to this.
Sir, please can you explain this question once again?
Okay, whenever we want to insert some values in a table or in a relation, there are two kind of possibilities or queries we can use like this. Okay, first is there are some column name given, and with that we map some values, value 1 to column 1, value 2 to column 2, likewise. And second is if we add values to all columns, then we just write table name and write the values, and also see this keyword, it should be values. Okay, now come to this question, what it is telling, insert into faculty values, and we have three things to add, we are adding all the values. Okay, so it is also correct, but in last option if we see, we have column names and assigned values. Okay, so Caroline B will be assigned with faculty, English with department, MA with degree. Correct, so D will also be correct option. Okay, we are using both of these. Okay, good. Now coming to next question, what it is telling, it is based upon role. Whenever we create role, we assign someone, and that is actually the virtual kind of user which is using uh, some query, sorry, some database. So it is telling a role admin has privilege of select, insert, update and delete on all databases, all tables of database. Okay, a new role which is created, users is created. Now following statement is executed, grant admin to user. Okay, grant admin to users, which rights will user inherit. So if we see the admin, sorry, admin, admin has all rights, select, insert, update, delete. Now we are granting this to users. So user is virtually now a admin. Okay, if we will go through the lectures, we will see whenever we grant some role to this, virtually it works as that role. So user will have access to all these all the roles which is defined for admin. So if admin is able to use select, insert, update and delete, user will also be able to do the same. Okay, so First option is telling only select, no. Only select and delete, no. Only select, update but not delete, no. Because we are granting admin to users, so it will able to do all the things. Answer will be D. Okay. So coming to next one, consider this instance of employee details. We are given four things, four attributes in a relation. We have to clarify which of these will provide us the following. Okay, so it is taking all the attributes in, it is considering all the attributes in the output. So there will be no projection operation, there will be only selection. Okay, let's go one by one, and it is multiple answer correct, so more than one may be correct. Okay. So first is telling select all from employee details where branch is equal to address. Okay, there are two conditions if you see. First is branch is equal to address, then there is 15,000. Salary should be greater or equal to 15,000. So for first branch is equal to address, what we will get, employee name, branch, address, then salary. Branch is equal to address is there in these, I think, three. Okay, yeah, Kolkata, Kolkata, then Hyderabad, Hyderabad, then Mumbai and Mumbai. So who are they? Raja, Kolkata, Kolkata, 10K, Roorkee, Hyderabad, Hyderabad, 20K, Sandeep, Mumbai, Mumbai, 15K. Okay. Then in second condition, what it is telling? Salary should be greater or equal to 15K. Okay. Now let's retrieve the tuples. What it will get? Should be greater or equal to 15K. Sorry. This, and this. Okay. So Orindam, Bangalore, Kolkata, 15K. Roorkee, Hyderabad, 20K. Then Sandeep, Mumbai, 15K. Now we have four options. We will go one by one and check whether it is giving us same answer or not. Okay. First is telling or between these two. So either this or this. Okay. So these three will be there. If there is any uncommon attribute, that will be added with it. Okay. So Raja, Kolkata, Kolkata, then Roorkee, then this Roorkee, and these two are similar in this case. So these will be combined. But if we are performing OR, so anyone which is not there in this case, that will also be appended. So Arindam will also be there. So Arindam BK 15. So if we see, we have got all four. Okay, so A is correct. Now coming to the B option. So we have these two constraints, salary and branch. So salary and branch. Salary should be greater or equal to this. So we have 3. Branch should be equal to this in this 3. If we have to perform these two relations, we have only these two form tuples. Okay. So it is just providing us Roorkee and Sandeep. So that will not be the answer. Third, it is telling union. So union, we will have common attributes the same. Okay, R K K 10K, then R H H 20K, then S M M 15K. Coming to next one, it is providing A B K 15K. RHS 20K is already there, SMM 15K is already there, so it is also be the right answer. In last, it is telling intersect. Intersect will provide the common one. So these two and these two, these are commons. So Rumki and Sandeep will be there. That will also not be the answer. So answer will be A and C. Any doubts? Yes, it's correct. I think it was very simple question. For or and you can see from this table only. For union and intersection you can create this kind of table. That will be helpful. Coming to next one, this is also for pattern. Okay, so we have given the same relation. It is telling identify the correct SQL command that creates view as employee salary details. So for creating view, we write this create view and the name with the attributes we want. Then in which column employee name and salary for tuples where second character of employee is R. Okay. Then salary is at least 15,000. Okay. So two things is there. Two things are there. First is it is telling second character of employee name is R. So that will be underscore R, then percent. From here you can see. Underscore represents one single character. So where we will write underscore, it will be single character. So single character, then R as a second character. Then there will be percent sign, which tells about any string after that. Okay. So what we write underscore R, then percent. Okay. Then second condition is salary is at least 15,000. Means 15,000 will be included. Greater or equal to. Okay. So first condition is this. Second is this. Salary should be greater or equal to 15,000. Now see this. First is telling percent R percent means any number of characters should be there, then R, then any number of character. That will not satisfy the first condition, second character. Okay. So this is not the answer. B is telling first condition B, it is satisfying. Okay. Second condition, it is greater than, it is telling strictly greater than. So it is not at least. Okay. So it is not satisfying the second condition. B is incorrect. C, it is telling percent this, and so it is satisfying the condition. In last, first condition is satisfied but second is not satisfied, so answer will be C. Okay, any doubt? Okay, coming to the last question of today's class. Anyone has any doubt, you can write on chat. Okay, so it is giving consider the given relation schema: employee details, employee name, branch, address, salary. The correct statement to find employee name, branch, salary for of all tuples in which salary is greater than or equal to average salary of employees or salary is between 15,000 including these two. Okay. Someone has opened his mic. Please mute yourself, please. If you want to ask question, just only then open your mic.
கோழி செத்துச்சா எப்படி
Pushpa, your mic is on.
So we will go one by one. In first, it is telling select employee branch salary. Okay, we have to select all three from employee details. That is also correct. Here salary is greater or equal to select average salary from employee details. Okay, that is also correct. Salary like. So we are not matching any pattern. So this will be incorrect. Like is for pattern matching case. Second, it is telling till this it is same salary in. So in basically excludes this limits. Okay, so it will be incorrect. In last and second last, it is telling salary as. As is for renaming purpose. If you went through the uh, class lectures, whenever we use as, that basically tells about the renaming. Okay, so it will be not be the answer. Last is telling the between this and this. So between is the constraint uses which actually takes this both of the limits and the in between context. So last will be the answer D. Okay, so that is the last question from my side. If any there is any doubt regarding today's session, you can tell. Otherwise, this lecture will be uploaded on YouTube. You can get it from there. If anyone has missed this class, you can take from this from the YouTube. And also, if I have told anything wrong, I have committed any wrong statement, you can tell in that YouTube video. I will correct, I will clarify if I am wrong in next lectures. Okay. So thank you all. Thank you for joining. We will meet again next week. Okay. If there is any doubt regarding this session, or if there is any wrong statement I have provided in this session, because it's live session, we are humans, so you can just comment on the video which will be uploaded after this. I will clarify, I will correct myself in next videos. Okay, thank you. So you all can leave. Thanks. I am ending this.